Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we send blessings and salutations upon the Messenger of Allah, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, his entire household, his companions, and those with whom he fought with the day, for this deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all of them peace and mercy. So we are continuing today with our series on understanding the basics of Ramadan with our Sheikh and Professor here, Sheikh Alaà Muhammad, who is teaching us about the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا. إن الحمد لله نحمده سبحانه وتعالى ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا محمدا صلى الله عليه وسلم عبده ورسوله. نستكمل اليوم بإذن الله تعالى أحكام الصيام.
We start in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We say all praises belong to Him alone, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For He is in absolute control. We seek His forgiveness. We seek His forgiveness and we seek that He grants us protection from the evil of our souls. And we also say that He guides whomsoever He wants, and whomsoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has guided will always be in the right path, and whomsoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not written guidance for will not find anyone who would guide him. We testify that He is alone in His might, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, He is His messenger and His servant. Inshallah, we will continue today with the judgment of fasting, inshallah.
نتكلم اليوم بإذن الله تعالى عن الأشياء التي تبطل الصوم وتوجب القضاء فقط.
We are going to talk on the things that will render your fast null and void. However, it does not necessitate you to do what is called kafara. Rather, you are only going to do qada, that is, you only pay the debt.
أولها الأكل والشرب عمدا، فمن أكل أو شرب متعمدا تذكرا في نهار رمضان هذا وجب عليه قضاء هذا اليوم فقط دون كفارة. قلنا أن الكفارة واجبة فقط في من انتهك حرمة الشهر بالجماع في نهار رمضان. أما الأكل والشرب عمدا فإن على الإنسان أن يستغفر الله سبحانه وتعالى وعليه أن يقضي هذا اليوم الذي أفطر.
One of the things that require only for one to repay the debt is when one eats during the day deliberately. One intends to eat and they eat during the day without any excuse. That requires you to only repay that particular fast for that day, and you are not required to do what's called kafara. So you seek the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and repay that day.
لكن إذا أكل الإنسان أو شرب وهو ناس أنه صائم فلا شيء عليه، صومه صحيح. قول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: من أكل أو شرب وهو ناسيا فإنما أطعمه الله وسقاه. لذلك الإنسان إذا كان في حالة نسيان فصومه صحيح ولا شيء عليه.
And we must clarify that when one eats during the day forgetfully without them realizing that they are fasting, of course, that does not render your fast null and void. You continue your fast. Nothing is against you for that. For Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said in a hadith that whomsoever eats during the day of Ramadan forgetfully without them realizing that they are fasting, then there is nothing upon them. For indeed, it is Allah that has fed them, and it is Allah that has caused them to drink, and that has no consequence.
الأمر الثاني الذي يبطل الصوم ويوجب القضاء فقط القيء عمدا. فمن قاء متعمدا فسد صومه وعليه قضاء هذا اليوم. لكن من ذرعه القيء أي كان غلبة عنه ليس بإرادته، قول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: من ذرعه القيء فلا شيء عليه، هذا صومه صحيح ولا شيء عليه.
And the second thing that nullifies one's fast is what we call vomiting. When one vomits deliberately, intentionally, perhaps you have eaten and you felt that you have actually overeaten, and during the day you caused yourself to vomit, that particular fasting has been nullified, and you are supposed to only pay the debt. But if you do not cause the vomiting by yourself, perhaps you throw out by accident, like it comes to you and you actually did it without you even realizing, you have nothing against you and your fasting is correct by the will of Allah.
الأمر الثالث الذي يبطل الصوم ويوجب القضاء فقط الحيض والنفاس، هذا بالنسبة للمرأة ولو كان قبل أذان المغرب بلحظة واحدة. فإذا جاء المرأة الحيض أو النفاس فسد صوم هذا اليوم عليها، وعليها أن تقضي هذا اليوم.
And the third situation that nullifies one's fast, however, they would not do what is called kafara, they will only do qada, that is to repay the debt, is with regard to women. That is what we call menses. When a woman sees their menses, even if it is a moment that remains for Maghrib to enter, she is supposed to repay that debt. It is not kafara. Of course, she does not cause it. However, she is supposed to repay the debt, even if it remains a minute for Maghrib to enter. That fasting has been considered null and void. And for a woman also who has just given birth, nifas is when a woman has given birth fresh, and for a period of time that woman is not supposed to fast or pray. In that regard, you are actually out of the context. You are only supposed to repay that debt because of you giving birth close to the time, even if it's a moment.
الأمر الأخير وهو إفساد النية. فلو نوى الإنسان الفطر حتى ولو لم يأكل ولم يشرب ولكنه عزم ونوى الفطر فقد أفسد نيته، والنية كما قلنا ركن في الصوم، فمن عزم على الفطر ونوى الفطر وجب عليه قضاء هذا اليوم كما وجب عليه أن يمسك ولا يأكل ولا يشرب، ولكن لأنه أفسد صوم هذا اليوم عليه قضاء يوم بدلا عنه.
And the other situation that causes that nullifies one's fasting is when one disturbs their intention, they break their intention during the day. For example, you are fasting now, but you intend and determine to break the fast. The intention is made up that I'm going to break this fast, then that fasting is already obsolete. You have nullified it yourself, because just as we said in the previous videos, intention is a pillar of fasting. So where the intention wears off, then the fasting itself, even if you have not eaten or drunk anything, you still have rendered your fast obsolete.
هذا وبالله التوفيق، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
This we say, we hope in Allah for acceptance. We say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah ta'ala wa barakatuh.